A giant balloon filled with a highly explosive gas, 7 million cubic feet of this hydrogen gas, an onboard passenger smoking room. Yes, you did hear that right. Changing wind patterns and raging thunderstorms on the day of the crash. It's such a big surprise that the Hindenburg literally blew up, said absolutely no one ever. When the aircraft exploded, it took only 34 seconds to burn. In fact, I think the most surprising question about the Hindenburg disaster is, how on earth did 62 people survive? And can I get through this video without saying Heisenberg instead of Hindenburg? The Hindenburg was a symbol of German power, and at the time it was the biggest commercial airship ever built and the most technologically advanced. It was more than 3 times larger than a Boeing 747. It could reach cruising speeds of 76 miles an hour and a maximum speed of 84 miles per hour. At the time it was the fastest way of crossing the Atlantic. It was also luxurious. It featured 72 passenger beds in heated cabins, a silk wallpapered dining room, a lounge, a writing room, a pressurised smoking room. Yes, you did hear that correctly, a smoking room, and promenades with windows that could be opened in flight. And yes, you also heard that correctly, windows that could be opened in flight. Special precautions were taken though to ensure that the smoking room was safe, in air quotes, including a double door airlock to keep hydrogen from entering, and passengers were checked to see if they had any live smoking materials before they left that room. All furniture was designed using lightweight aluminium, and there was even a custom-made aluminium piano on board. This was to keep weight down as the flight was pretty exclusive. There weren't many passengers on board, and this was due to weight restrictions. So it was only really the rich and powerful that could afford to fly in this aircraft. So what caused the crash? Well, you'd think it would be simple. A mega balloon containing 7 million cubic feet of hydrogen gas, which is highly flammable, a smoking room, and on the day of flight there were thunderstorms. But you might be surprised to hear that we still don't know what caused this disaster, even today. Experts do have a good idea of what caused the ignition, which was likely due to electric charges caused by lightning storms on the day. But what remains uncertain is why the hydrogen was leaking in the first place and exactly how it was ignited. We can only speculate about how the Zeppelin's fabric became ripped. Some people even think that there was a passenger or a person nearby that shot through the fabric, but many see this as a conspiracy theory. One thing that is clear is that the disaster had nothing to do with the Zeppelin's fabric, as that material itself wasn't flammable. The Hindenburg crash was an end of an era, as unsurprisingly American and German companies decided not to invest further in this technology, as some were standing by using the Hindenburg as a test case for investment. So was this event unavoidable? Well, that's still hard to answer given that we still don't have to this day all of the facts. One last thing, if you've made it this far you're probably wondering, how did those 62 people survive? Well, the answer to that is simple. They jumped.